All right, let's talk about linking Acuity scheduling to a Webflow site. So the situation is this: you've got appointments and products set up in Acuity. Now, how do I showcase these to my website visitors in order to get some sales? So just cutting straight to the chase, there's going to be three main ways to do this. The first and easiest is you just have that scheduling page somewhere on your site. You have that link somewhere on your website where your visitors can go ahead and tap it and then actually schedule an appointment. There is some pros and cons. We'll go through each of them a little bit later. The second way is to do those direct embeddings that Acuity has. So now you can grab links individually for your different appointment types, throw them on the website. Same with doing gift certificates or subscriptions. And then the third way is setting up a custom integration. So this will be more of like a code level programming setup that auto updates your Webflow site anytime Acuity scheduling changes. This is definitely more technical, but it is possible. So I kind of want to dive through that as well. The basic idea I wanted to show you here is I want to show you how to get it done. So if you have a developer that you are working with and they say it's not possible, you know they're lying. So like I said, each has its pros and cons, but why are we doing this in the first place? Why can't we just get folks sent over to our Acuity scheduling website directly? The main crux of this is kind of here. The more clicks your visitors have to take before they make a purchase, the less likely they are to hand over their credit cards. I forgot what that percentage is, but it's quite significant as people have to take more and more clicks in order to get to what they want to do. The drop off is pretty significant. You know, the attention span is pretty limited. And so if we're having our users click through 5 different pages in order to get to the actual payment screen, we're going to lose a lot of that traffic in between. And our businesses are just not going to run as efficiently. We're not going to make as many sales as we could have just by making some changes to our website. So the quicker we can show the user what they want, the more likely it is that our website will make money for us while we're sleeping. The situation basically is people don't want to hop on that sales call. If we just throw up a phone number on there, nowadays folks don't want to have sales calls either with people to set up appointments and figure out timing. They know when they're free. They just want to go ahead and purchase a gift certificate and get on with their day. So let's look at those options that we had. Linking to your scheduling pages first. We'll dig into the direct embeddings, and then I'll actually walk you through the code for setting up that custom integration. So the pros and cons with linking to your scheduling page, it's very simple, right? You just have that link that Squarespace gives you from Acuity Scheduling. So this is my just like a kind of a test Acuity scheduling site. This is that, right? If you go into your menu here, go into scheduling page link, this is that general scheduling page. You know, it's going to look like this, right? Pretty standard stuff. I can go ahead and purchase everything I need to here. Very simple. Nothing too complicated here. There are some downsides. So number one, limited customization. You're only able to customize it based on the levers and the knobs that Acuity gives you. And sometimes for your brand, they may not be exactly what you want to have communicated to your website visitors. Lots of additional clicks. If I have to go to your website and then I have to click on that link and then I'm actually in that purchase flow instead of cutting straight to a purchase page. It's not as professional. Everyone can see that obviously you've set up this with Acuity scheduling. You know, there's a lack of professionalism I think that the website has in these types of setups. And the scheduling pages don't link to products. If you have more complicated things here, that may not be reflected here. So we have to make sure that this is also showing what we need to show. The direct embedding, if we go here, this is the direct links and embedding, same scheduling page link. Here we get a little bit more granular. This is where we're able to add a lot of more professionalization to our website. There's less clicks to purchase. I can go ahead and directly do an embedding to a particular massage type, for example. And if I go to the preview link here, it goes straight into that. So I can imagine on my website, I have this link. I set up this direct embedding here. And I'm able to send my users directly to that. So think about the number of clicks. They see you on Yelp. They go into your website. They like this type of product, this massage. They click that link and they're already in that purchase flow. They can go ahead and set their time. That one less click is just the order of magnitude more sales, more conversion. More freedom with customization because I'm just showcasing these links on my end, on my website. It's professional. And I can go ahead and link to every single offering that I have on Acuity scheduling here. I can do my appointment types, all sorts of different gift certificates. If I go into packages and gift certificates here, all right, I can grab these direct links and start to do the same thing. Set these links up directly into the purchase flow where I'm taking their intake information. More direct, less clicks, more revenue. And now, of course, the downsides here, it's very manual and tedious. If I have to add a new type of product or appointment type, I have to set up that link again. If I add a new gift certificate, I have to relink that. Kind of requires constant maintenance. And sometimes I've seen this with other appointment setting websites. Those links may go down, or some change that you make on the Acuity side or the software side makes that link break. So this is also not a good thing. And we have to make sure that the website's always working. I've seen a lot of times where folks have set up things with Square and they'll have those payment links. And then either the product changes or the product gets deleted, archived. And then on the website now, we have this dead link for a gift certificate or an appointment type. And that's obviously not a good experience either. And the reason it's not a good experience is, again, if your website visitors come in and they click that link and it goes nowhere, it's a very frustrated feeling. It's unprofessional. You start to lose a lot of trust, especially in the internet space where trust is so minimal. The default position is like, this must be a scam. This must not be a genuine service. It's not good for the business holistically. Okay, so last obviously is that custom integration. So what's happening here is I'm just able to embed directly all of these links into my website automatically. So we get all the benefits of the direct embedding, plus we remove a lot of this manual, tedious work that we had to do. Way less clicks, total of customization is very professional, and it always stays up to date with our Acuity scheduling. So I don't have to make constantly 2 updates, one in Acuity and then one in Webflow. I can just kind of work where I need to, like in Acuity, and it automatically syncs together. So that's the overview. Let's actually jump into how to set this up. So this would be kind of a more in-depth code walkthrough. Like I said, I don't obviously expect everyone to kind of get this done themselves. It is possible if you're able to use something like AI to write this code for you. But if you're working with a developer, or if you're a developer watching this, this is how you're able to get this done. Right now, this type of integration with Webflow and Acuity doesn't exist in easy no-code tools like Zapier. It's unavailable right now, and that's because I think for a few reasons, it is a bit of work, which I'll show you here. So essentially, we want to end up with a system that does the following. When I make changes to my appointments or gift certificates on Acuity, my Webflow site automatically fetches and makes. So let's actually walk through a live example here. I've kind of set up this demo code. I have a demo Webflow site, and then I have the actual custom code integration. So this is the actual site. You can imagine this is your regular like massage therapist website. We have our testimonials. We have a little bit of about us. And then here is our services and treatments. And we have our gift certificates over here. And so like I said, full customization, we're able to just click book now and go jump straight into that actual appointment time slot. And then we get all the benefits of Acuity out the box. But we're able to kind of customize how this all looks like on our website. So let's say we gotta update our prices, right? Swedish massage, $90. We're gonna increase our raise now. So let's go back into our Acuity. We're on our appointment types here. Let's go ahead and click edit. Let's bump that up to 110, okay? Let's go and update that appointment type. Awesome. And then let's go into our gift certificates. And so we have this relaxation retreat. We also want to up this over to 110. Since we're offering that same Swedish massage and we've upped the prices over here, let's go ahead and do the same here on our gift certificate. Update the prices, so we're at 110 there as well. And now this is our custom integration, right? So if I click this button, sync all sites, I go back to my Webflow site. So if you see 90, boom, that gets up to 110. And I go down here, our relaxation retreat now is also at 110. Great. All happens automatically. We don't have to fuss around with rechanging links. I can just have this on an automatic schedule and it just constantly checks anytime Acuity has made some updates to go to show that in Webflow. Just one less thing to manage in my business. And so, like I said, a bit more of a technical deep dive. What we're actually doing here, first of all, on our Webflow site, we're going to need to set up our CMS to showcase our appointments in a way that lets us show what else is happening in Acuity. So this is the schema that I've set up for my CMS for both the appointment types and my gift certificates. So we have obviously the name, we have the description, the price, we have this Acuity ID. This is going to be helpful for setting up the integration later. Minutes, we have some image, and then that booking URL, which is what we're using to send the users over to that purchase page. And so this lets us map all of our data one-to-one with Acuity and Webflow. Next is we actually have to know what APIs to use. So at a high level, what this algorithm is going to do, it's going to go ahead and grab all the appointment types and products. So the gift certificates, subscriptions, all of that from Acuity. We're going to next grab all of the CMS items from Webflow. And then using those IDs and names, we're going to find from Acuity what items we need to update, create, or delete on Webflow. Then we'll go ahead and call the Webflow APIs to do that. And then lastly, we're going to publish all of our changes to make sure everything is live and on the site. That's what happened as soon as I clicked on this button here, was the same steps. So broadly, we can kind of delve into this here. The APIs from Acuity are pretty straightforward. We have all the products coming from this products API here. So you can see that over here. You need a login page. It's the actual API here. And then we have the appointment types over here. So this is where we're going to get these appointments here. So scheduling page link, appointment types. This is where slash products will come in. Slash appointment types, and then products will come the other list of gift certificates. Great, and now Webflow is a little bit more involved here. We have a few things that we need to do. Number one, we got to list out all our collections in order to get the collection IDs. And so in my Webflow side, I've set up services and gift certificates. So what I'm trying to do is find the IDs of them programmatically. Now I can probably hard code these, but this is just kind of a more scalable way that I can do it. Next, we want to grab all the collection items themselves. And then we just basically do some different checking, like which item is here versus in here. Again, we want to find what we need to update, create, and delete. And then we use these endpoints here in order to get that done. And then lastly, we have our publish endpoint, which we'll hit after everything is set and finished. And so just wrapping up, with these APIs, a developer should be able to set everything up. Small caveat, we would love to just have Acuity let us know when I've actually made some changes on Acuity. They don't expose this yet. This will be something called a webhook, which basically we can listen to anytime something has changed, trigger some code. That unfortunately isn't there, but luckily we have this easy workaround. All of the code that I have wrapped under this logic here, under this button, I can just call on what's called a cron job. We can have that run every 30 minutes or an hour, or even more. And I'll just kind of continuously check for updates and make those changes. So that's the short of it, right? And of course, I've already set this all up. So if you're interested and you run a small business and you want to have a similar type of automation set up, feel free to head over to canogadigital.com and we can chat. But that's it. Hopefully that was helpful. And then we'll see you next time.